Happy 4th of July. So today I'm going to be making Jello shots. I'm doing it for the 4th of July tomorrow, but you can do this for any family get together, any party, that sort of thing. I'm going to be making a lot. I probably really only need this, and that should be good enough, but yeah, we might need to make more. Okay, so I prefer like the cherry or this berry blue, but whatever flavor you like. I highly recommend not just the regular Smirnoff, but either like the Smirnoff blue raspberry or the pink lemonade one, because when I do this, when you want to make them nice and strong, you're going to do half water and then half alcohol. If you do just the plain Smirnoff, it's gonna taste like that, like rubbing alcohol. Like it's just gonna be too strong, like taste too strong, and just not be good. Okay, so you want one of the flavored ones. Okay, so then you'll need cups for them to go in. So we have these little like red Solo cups, the mini ones. These my mom got for me online. But at the Dollar Tree you can get a 20-pack for $1. Or there's like little tiny boxes with lids, you can do those as well. Okay, so I have pan, measuring cup with water. Since I'm making a lot, I want to put them all in this big tray. So the first step, since this is a big one, let's double check the directions. So it'll say 2 cups of boiling water and 2 cups of cold water. So we're going to do 2 cups of the boiling water. Then afterwards, instead of that 2 cups of cold water, we'll do 1 cup of this. And I usually keep this in the freezer so it's nice and cold. Because one thing with the Jello shots, you need to make them at least 4 hours before the event that you're doing. So I'm making these the day before 4th of July, and I'm going to make sure I have them covered so they'll be nice and fresh. But after a couple days, they're not too good anymore. But it takes at least bare minimum 3 hours, but I would aim for 4. But when you have this nice and cold, it'll get solid up real fast. Okay, so I'm going to pour in my 2 cups of water. I forgot, I think I bring it to a boil. Add boiling. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bring the water to a boil first. I should know that, I've only made these enough. But I'm just double checking everything. So I'm going to wait till that gets nice and boiled to stir this in. Let me grab a whisk too. Okay, I have the whisk. And then while I'm waiting on that, let me go ahead and measure my alcohol. Ooh, that smells good. Ooh, that smells really good. Okay. Let's see. So a measuring tip my mom taught me is when you have this, instead of looking down like this, your angle, your vision's going to be askewed. You want to leave it flat and look at it flat on so you can get an accurate measurement. So I'm pretty close there. Okay. Let me get my cups lined up. trash. Okay. Something that works better than this tray is actually if you have like a cake or cupcake carrier that has the lid on it and it's nice and light. That's the best for this. With this, I'm gonna have to put saran wrap on it overnight. That's okay though. So since tomorrow this is gonna be for 4th of July, let's try and do some sort of decorative pattern. Let me see. Yeah, I love these mini red Solo cups. The Dollar Tree usually just has just these ones. Let's do something creative while we're waiting for this water to boil. It's getting there. I'm gonna pack these in nice and tight. Okay. Let's do 2 more blues. Since I have these cups, I'm trying to do, you know, decorative design, but normally if you just have the same ones, as long as you put it nice on a tray, it'll look good. Okay, we're starting to boil here. I'll finish that up. Let me pour all this in. Okay. Let me show you where we're at here. So I'm going to want to stir this for a minute or so because it's still feeling thick. It's not feeling like all of it's fully dissolved. You want to make sure all of it's fully dissolved. So I'm going to finish stirring that for just a sec. I apologize. This lighting here, whatever's going on, is driving me nuts. There's not much I can do about it though. It's just how the recessed lighting is in here. Okay, so I think instead of 2 batches, I'm just gonna make the one. We'll see how many cups this makes, but we should have like 40 plus shots. And I feel like when I make too much, which I usually do, then I feel obligated to drink them afterwards, and yeah, that's not good. Like drink them like the next several days. I'm like, okay, let me just drink a couple of these to get them. Work with what we got here. Okay, so that's nice and dissolved. All right, now I'm gonna let this stir pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, so something like this will be nice to pour them into the cups. There was times where I would just like dip the cup in there and fill it up, but then the outside of the cup gets sticky. It's a whole big mess. I could use this, but with how big it is, it'd just make a mess. I think this should hopefully be the perfect thing. So I have my alcohol and everything's dissolved. I've stirred it enough. Let me carefully pour this into here. And hopefully I will not make a huge mess. No promises there, because I probably will, so be very careful with this step. Okay, I am so proud of myself. I did not make a mess at all. Okay, perfect. So it has a nice little nozzle that I can pour these in. Okay. Gosh, these are gonna be so cute. It'd be cute if I also had red ones. Okay, some of the spilling might come in now, but that's okay. Let me count how many. Woo. Okay. Then I'm going to count how many this one family size batch makes. And honestly, that should be enough. So it depends on the event. Right now I'm thinking, okay, if we have about 7 adults there, and there's at least 3 for each person, plus other alcohol, that's a good number. So with about 20, we should be good with that. Okay. Let's see. Oopsie. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so we're, oops, at 20. I should put that on the pan. Okay, so we're at 20 with that. That's probably perfect, safe number. Because it's not like we're gonna run out and be like, oh man, we need some. There's at least enough for each drinking adult to have 3, and then again we have other alcohol, so we're not going overboard and we're not underdoing it either. I think that's the perfect number. Okay, I might need to fit something in here so these don't fall over, but then I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Again, for like the full 4 hours, or I'm just gonna keep it in the fridge until tomorrow when 4th of July is. Don't put these in the freezer. I've done that before and it messes them up. Even if you, so I've done it when I'm like, okay, well, I have a party in 2 hours, let me speed up the process by sticking it in the freezer. If you do it in the freezer more than like 10-20 minutes, me personally, I always end up forgetting about it, and then if they even just freeze like a tiny bit, it messes up the consistency like forever. Even if you leave it in the fridge afterwards, let it thaw out, the consistency is messed up. So if you do not do the freezer, again, you need to do this 4 hours at least before your party. Okay, if you make this, let me know how it turns out.